Good morning everyone. In this video tutorial I am going to explain how to access the digital as well as the analog pins in an mbed board. So in this tutorial I'll be connecting sensors to that to the mbed board, and as well as how to interface a switch in mbed board. So in this, the first experiment is LEDs controlled by a switch. So here I will be connecting a switch to mbed board, and according to the condition of the switch, the LEDs in the mbed board will be toggling. So this is the code, and here I am making pin 21 as digital input, and I will be connecting a switch in that pin, and according to the condition of the pin, the LEDs LED1 and LED2 will be toggling. So I can show the video. So here what I am doing is I have connected the wire in P21, and I will be giving VCC. So either you can give by switch also. Here I am connecting directly to VCC. So according to that, the LED will be toggling. So you can see whenever I press VCC, the LEDs will be toggling. So this is how digital input can be done in mbed board. And in the next experiment, here I am going to explain how to interface analog sensors. Here I am using temperature sensor. So how to interface this temperature sensor in mbed board? So if we are using temperature sensor, there should be any like serial monitor or even interfacing LCD for viewing that values, sensor values. So here I am using the serial monitor window for getting the temperature sensor values. So for that purpose I am initializing the serial transmission USB TX-RX. Here I am initializing the serial transmission and port pin 20 as the analog input. So I will be connecting the temperature sensor to this pin 20, and I will be getting the values into the SCN variable. That here I have declared one SCN variable. It is in sensor variable. So by using sensor.read, I will be getting the values, and I will be multiplying that sensor values with a scaling factor, and I will be giving that sensor values to serial. So here I will be connecting that serial terminal to the mbed board. How it can be configured means I am using serial tera term. So in that I can configure the tera term to get the serial values from the mbed board. So here this one is a temperature sensor that I have connected, and it is connected to the mbed board. So in temperature sensor there are 3 legs. So in the 3 legs, which includes one VCC, one ground, and the analog output. So the middle pin is actually the middle pin of the LM35 temperature sensor gives the analog output. So that will be connected to the pin 20, and VCC and ground will be given, and this program will be coded in it will be dumped in mbed board, and it will be that USB will be connected to teraterm serial monitor window. So in teraterm, this is actually the output of teraterm window. So here I am getting the sensor values 49, 49.6395 like that. So according to the sensor values we can do any algorithm. So here I am giving that soldering end. So here that LED will be toggling. So this logic I have written in this one. So whenever the temperature decreases beyond a limit, LEDs once again will toggle. So here after that the temperature will be decreasing. So here that LEDs will be toggling according to that temperature situation. So here in this program I am just reading the sensor value, but in next program I am reading the sensor values, and according to that I am doing that LED toggling. So if sensor value is less than 51, I will toggle the LEDs. If not, I will toggle another next LED. So according to that, according to the temperature, the LEDs will be toggling. uh, so in serial window we will be getting like this. So in the serial window the sensor values will be getting like this, as I had shown in the video itself. So in this way temperature sensor can be interfaced with mbed board. So next program is actually interfacing of three sensors. Here I am getting the sensor values in sen1, variables sen1, sen2 and sen3. I am getting the sensor values. So first I will be reading the sensor value 1 to sen1, and sensor value 2 to sen2, and sensor value 3 to sen3. And if there is any scaling factor, I will be multiplying with the scaling factor also. Here I have multiplied with the scaling factor. I am serially printing the sensor value. The third sensor I have connected is flux sensor, so that I can show here that flux sensor I can show. So in this I have connected two temperature sensor and one flux sensor. So flux sensor, here that flux sensor is. So by folding the flux sensor we will be getting different values. So this is a flux sensor, and by folding this flux sensor, we will be getting different values. So the sensor values obtained here are these two. Actually these two are temperature sensors, and I have used different scaling factors, and this one is the flux sensor value. So whatever we have connected, just give the scaling factor and we will get the sensor values in mbed board, and we can directly print it to the serial window. And next experiments is for calculating the time execution. So for different cases I have calculated the time for executing that instructions. So firstly I'm using for loop, and I am calculating the time to execute the for loop just for assigning a number 10 times. So I got the time as this that is 2 microseconds. Next program I am getting the time for reversing 3 elements in an array. So this is the program. By using the time start and time stop, I am getting the time and I am displaying it serially. So here I am getting the time. So I am getting different time. Here I am taking the time of uh, reversing the array, as well as storing the array. So both the time I am getting. So here that different times are shown. And in third experiment I am finding the factorial, and I am calculating the time for finding the factorial. So I got the time for finding the factorial as 4 microsecond. So by using the time function, you can get the specific time for different operation. So by getting the specific time for different operation, you can interface different input devices, and you can simultaneously get the readings of different input devices. So this is the intention for getting the time slot time for different operation. So this is how we can interface uh, the analog sensors and switches with mbed board. So I hope this video will help to interface analog sensors and the digital switch. Thank you.